Hi guys, it is our last day of traditional art summer camp. I hope you've had fun. I have had a great time making these projects for you, even though we can't be together and we can't do all of our normal shenanigans for traditional camp. It was a good way to hang out and get you guys on your crafty side, which I love. Today, hopefully the weather will hold out because this is our final project and I'm so excited for it. We are going to be making puffy sidewalk paint. So you will need this big baggie that couldn't quite close because there was so much stuff in it. It contains some squirt bottles. Those you can take out and just set aside for a second. You have some shaving cream, some empty baggies that we're going to be using to mix our product in, food coloring, and more flour. You will also need a 1 cup measuring tool and a 1/2 cup measuring tool, and then you're going to need some water. Okay. So, go ahead and get my bags together while you guys get out all your stuff. I've given you an extra baggie just in case you finish and you want to switch out a color or make another one if you have more squirt bottles at home. But we are going to start with 1 large baggie. To go ahead and pull that out. And while you're doing that, I'm also going to open up my food coloring here. And you have red, blue, green, and yellow food coloring. I think for my 3, I'm going to make the darker colors. I'm going to go blue, green. I'm trying to think of what I want to paint outside. I might mix red and yellow and do some orange there. Alright, so our first step is going to be to take an empty baggie and we're going to mix flour and water together. Okay, so you're going to need 1 cup of each. So I'm going to take and put, actually, probably, let's see, 1 cup of flour. It doesn't have to be exact. Pour it in the baggie. Okay, and my measuring tool has 4 cups in here, so I'm just going to pour it until I get down to 3 cups. 1/2 cup. Alright, now we're going to close this, get some air out, and we need to mix this up until there's no clumps. So, just a mixing. As long as your bag is closed, you can shake and move it. That looks pretty good. Alright, so we are mixed. I have 1 cup flour, 1 cup water. The next thing we are going to do is choose our color. And we're going to add about 10 drops. So I'm going to do blue. And I'm going to open up my baggie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I've got about 10 drops in there. Next, we need a 1/2 cup of shaving cream. I'm going to get out my cup. You really don't have to measure. You can just eyeball it. But if you've never done it before, it might be good to just kind of see how many squirts it gets. And then you'll probably have to use your fingers to get it out, because it's difficult. I'm gonna add, so really it was about 3 squirts, so I think I'm gonna add another squirt in there just to make sure I got enough in the baggie here. And I need to wipe off my fingers. All right, next we close it up again. Have some air in there, and we mix. Okay, I'm all mixed up. So now, kind of squeeze this down a bit. Okay, and the easiest way that I have found to do this is take your bottle, and we're gonna cut off an end. We don't want to cut it off too wide because it makes it harder to get into the bottle. But I'm just going to snip a little bit of this corner here. Totally ask Mom and Dad for help if you need it. And then we're going to put this down into the bottle and pipe it in there. Go slow. Okay, so my blue is now completely finished. I'll shut the lid, shake it up a bit. I'm going to set the blue aside, and I'm going to go ahead and make 2 more colors. You guys do the exact same thing 2 more times. So 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of water in your baggie. Mix that up, add your food coloring and a 1/2 cup of shaving cream, like 4 squirts. Mix that up, and then put it in your bottles. I will go ahead and do my other 2 colors while you guys get yours ready, and then we're gonna go outside and see if it works. Alright guys, I am outside with my paint that I made. I also brought out 2 toothpicks. Sometimes this paint could get clogged in the bottle, so you can use the toothpick to just kind of swirl it around. So I went ahead and brought that out. Here are my paints. I mixed red and yellow. You got this cool reddish orange color. And I got green and blue. So let's see what we can come up with. Okay guys, this is so much fun. I have spelled out, I love Camp Walden. Now, 2 things, maybe more, but I did have some clogging issues, so I used my toothpick and just tucked it down in. My blue paint seemed a little bit more watery, but it came out a lot easier, so you could always add some more water to your bottles and shake it up. You could also cut the tips off your bottle to make them a little thicker, but since we use flour, it does crumble a little bit and get stuck. Second one is we did use food coloring, so it should not stain driveways, but for me, I'm going to go ahead and rinse it off before it dries. just so that it doesn't stain the driveway too bad, or the sidewalk if you use it. And then I can create another masterpiece. So, I hope y'all had a fantastic time. I miss you. I can't wait for school to start. And have a great rest of your summer. Bye.